Hello everyone. So, day one of the conference. Day two of my trip, technically, I guess. So yesterday was really just travel. I did go to the kind of speakers party last night, which was nice. Met some cool people, had a few drinks, had some food. We did actually have some actual food, which was my worry. I thought I was going to have to go find a restaurant afterwards, but didn't have to. So that was cool. So I was able to do that and then just kind of crawl back into bed and sleep. My body still thinks it's on UK time, so I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning. I said, no, not happening, and managed to sleep until about 6. Headed down for breakfast. I was going to bring you along for breakfast, but to be honest, it was nothing special, so it wasn't really worth it. But we are now going to head over to the conference and get set up for me to do the keynote, and then we've got the rest of the day to kind of enjoy. So hopefully all goes well, and then I can kind of relax. So let's head over there. See.
So I was quite lucky really. My hotel is literally just the other side of the road to the event. So Chicago Roboto is being held in the USB building in Chicago, which I did find quite amusing. I mean, there isn't a better building really that you could have named. So we just head straight over the road and get into the building really. There's not much more to it. It was really that simple, and that's kind of one of the things I did like, is that they didn't have a specific hotel for the event. They kind of let you pick where you wanted to stay, and for me, I value it being so close and easy. So we just literally head up the stairs into this kind of conference area that they have in the building. It was actually a really nice area, I must admit. There was a sort of cafe bit as well, lots of seating, place to kind of rest and hang out. But all we had to do is come up this escalator from the main entrance, and we're here. We are at Chicago Roboto. That simple. Head over to registration and get started. This was kind of the main area. Everyone was still setting up. I was there early. So we had a quick opening speech from the people, and then I did my talk. Unfortunately, of course, I didn't have any footage of me giving my keynote, but it was really great. And after that, got to have a chance to kind of just enjoy some talks. But before I knew it, it was time for lunch, which meant a little bit of a walk, which I was quite thankful for, to be honest. This was something that the venue did really well. Basically, we got vouchers for a couple of different local independent food places, and we got to pick where we wanted to go. So that meant that we got good food without having to, worry about rubbish conference food, which is always quite often an issue. And it also meant that we could support local companies as well, which I was a real big fan of. So huge props to Chicago Roboto for that. I think that was a really great way of doing food. It meant that people had a selection. If they didn't like a particular type of food, they could have something else. It was really great. I was really happy about this. Of course, I wasn't the only one that picked this location. There was a few people that we all went down together, and it was a lot of fun. It was really tasty. So straight back to the conference for some more talks. There was basically 2 tracks going on at the time, so we got a good range of talks. Some of them were done virtually, and then some of them done in person. It was really great to see this mix of hybrid, and companies really embracing that as well. That meant lots of people were able to attend the event virtually that they wouldn't have otherwise been able to, but also meant that people were able to present when they wouldn't have necessarily been able to. It gave lots of people a good chance and exposure to events when they wouldn't necessarily have had that opportunity. There was also some really interesting talks as well. I must admit, the Kotlin multi-platform stuff was one of the things I was particularly interested in. I'm a huge fan of Kotlin multi-platform. I'm sure if you know me, you know I often end up talking about it, and I really enjoyed seeing kind of different people's takes on it and different people embracing it. It was also great to see the event so busy. It was quite a small conference, that's for sure. But there was definitely a good feeling. The rooms were the right size, where they were very busy, they were full, but they weren't, overflowing. So definitely well organised and kind of got the right level of people involvement. So yeah, that was kind of my afternoon really. I spent a lot of time in these talks. I spent the whole afternoon in these talks. And that's again something I don't often get to do. Often when I'm going to an event, I'm helping out with the booth. I'm running the booth or working with several other people from the team to do that, which means I don't get to spend as much time getting into the other people's talks. So for this one, we didn't have a booth. I was just there to give the keynote, which meant I got to look at talks, which was so much fun. But before we knew it, we reached the end of the day, which of course meant it was time for a couple of drinks and some food. Again, a really great setup from people, from the organisers, to make sure that there was something for everyone, and I think everyone really enjoyed it. So that was a good evening, a couple of drinks, some food. What more could you ask for? And we're back home, which might come as a little bit of a surprise. You might be saying, Zach, where was day 2? Where was the travel home vlog? All that yummy footage. Well, unfortunately, overnight on day 1, my wife ended up being hospitalised with sepsis, and really it just kind of meant like day 2, I wasn't in the right mind space to be vlogging at all. I was very much kind of just counting down the time until I could get back home. So unfortunately, this is where we will end the vlog. I will say this is now a couple of weeks later, and she is now starting to feel better. My wife managed to get through it, and she is doing a lot better. So that's great, but yes, it does mean that this is where we're going to end this vlog. I do hope you've enjoyed these couple of episodes of my trip to Chicago. If you have, please make sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll have lots more vlogs coming soon for all the different events and different things, giving talks, running booths, just going to events, all sorts going on. So please do make sure to check it out. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.